Hi everybody, so standing here with reserve team manager Ally Irwin. Good to have you on, Ally.
Thank you very much, Willie.
No problem. First, this is your second confirmed year as reserve manager. How did you find the first year?
First year is challenging, stepping up to that higher level. And the intermediate league was a difficult challenge for us. You know, we had a really young side going into it, playing against some really quality teams, but I think it was good for the lads, and it was good for me as well. Like, there was a lot of learning in it for me. Nice to towards the end get to the semi-final of the Northern Ireland Intermediate League Challenge Cup.
Yep.
But frustrating again to lose that game as we did so many games.
In the dying seconds too.
The last minute of extra time as we did against Maiden City just a few weeks before, Willie. It's the same. That was kind of the story of our season, you know.
Yep. Confirmed a week or two ago now that they're not re-entering the Intermediate League the year. They're going back to the local Fermanagh Western League after a considerable period away. What's your initial thoughts on that?
Well, look, I mean, obviously the Intermediate League, unfortunately the section we were in, the Northern Ireland Intermediate League, it sort of fell apart, you know, and the teams all went to other leagues, the Ballymena League, and some went back to junior football from their area, you know. But with that being the case, we felt the Ballymena League was too far away from us, and we felt that the right thing for the club in the long run would be to be in Division 1 of the Fermanagh Western, to develop the local players and to keep an eye on the best local players developing. Obviously, entering the Fermanagh Western leaves us down in the 3rd Division to begin with, but I, as well as I share the same view as the club, that it's very much short-term pain for long-term gain on this one.
Yep. So, Ally, obviously I know who you are with working closely with the reserves and the 18s and the first team all year, but for viewers that don't maybe know you so well, do you want to give them a bit of an insight into how you become involved working with Balmullen?
Okay, well, I came back I studied primary education with sports studies at university, and when I came out of that, I enjoyed teaching young people and coaching young people, but didn't really want to go into teaching full time. So I was looking for a way in with the local club, and I think it was Richard McBride that passed my details on to Derek Sharp. And I originally, 7 years ago now, started out coaching what was then the under-7s. And then after a year doing that, I got in with the reserves first of all as a coach, and then following that a vacancy came up to manage the under-14s, and I managed a number of younger teams before managing the under-18s 2 years ago, and then progressed into the reserves last year.
Yep. So, Ally, I know from myself working closely with Harry, quite a few of your lads were on the pitch against Shumry there on Saturday. How have they found the step up from boys football, so to speak, to senior first team football?
Well, I suppose being in the Northern Ireland Intermediate League last year was really good for them in terms of playing men's football and developing that physicality. Therefore, playing against teams like Chumry, obviously there's a great quality and a great standard there, but they're used to playing men's football. But it's been a big benefit to them, Willie, training with the first team all of pre-season so far. It gives the lads a chance to see exactly where they're at and to put their own claim on and to see how far they have to go to make that last step. And for me, I'm delighted to see the lads in there. They're working really hard, they're doing their best to be involved and waiting for good news at the end of pre-season. But on a personal level, I'm really enjoying being around Harry, Emmett, Craig and all of the first team staff and learning things myself, you know. And these young lads like myself have a heck of a lot to learn, and it's just great to be involved.
Yeah, perfect. Ally, thanks for taking the time to come on and giving viewers an insight into the reserve, not only the reserves squad and reserve season and where they're going, but yourself and your background, because that's what what these videos is sort of trying to do, is connect your supporters closer to their club, because as they say, without this, supporters probably don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so it's a great way in that respect to show them what is going on behind the scenes. So thanks for taking the time for coming on.
No problem, anytime, Willie, and thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
No problem. Cheers.